didn't know where you came from?
No, I didn't know we have lions running around. I
What
didn't
about
know.
the tigers? I'm just kidding.
I have one in the back of my yard. I'm joking.
I was like, you're just confirming everyone's stereotype.
I see that you've been learning, and when you get to shopping, you spend it like you earned it. And when you popped off on your ex, he deserved it. I thought you would've won from the jump, that confirmed it. Trap money, Benny. I buy you champagne, but you love some Henny.
Good morning, YouTube. It's a beautiful kind of groggy Monday morning. I just got ready for school. I'm waiting for my friend to pick me up, so I'll be filming when I'm done with my day. Today I'm going to be talking about my move to San Francisco from South Africa, my home country. Boss. To those of you who understand me, how's it going? What is up, you beautiful creatures of the internet? It's Yaya here. I'm back from a really long day. I just want to get to the video. So, I asked people on social media once again if you guys want me to do the 15-minute makeup look and the move to San Francisco, and you guys chose the move to San Francisco. First things first, let me just say that the culture is different. Obviously, American culture, South African culture, like two different things. But the city itself, it's really similar to Cape Town. My appreciation for my country and for my city only got invested in me or instilled in me, or I only realized how much I actually appreciate my country and its people when I left. The reason I say that is just because I miss that sense of community we have. You know, like over here, it's very every man for themselves. It's a very individualistic like culture, and yeah, that's not really something that we South Africans, or us Africans in general, that's not something we grow up with. We grow up with, you know, this sense of togetherness and, you know, Ubuntu, I am because you are, getting all deep in that. But my point is, yeah, man, I miss South Africa. But anyway, let's go to specifics. Okay. So I moved here when? I moved to the US on the 8th of January this year, 2018. And I'm in America for scholarship.
Oh,
I'm in America on scholarship. I got it. Yeah, I'm in America on scholarship. I attend a college. It's in, I'm not going to tell you where it is because, you know, there's a lot of creeps on the internet. But I'm not going to tell you guys where I'm attending college. But what I can tell you is that I moved to San Francisco, California. So, my way here, oh my god, it was a freaking nightmare. So, let me just tell you, that was my first long, distance flight to another country. And it was pretty long. My connection flights were in London Heathrow and in Chicago. Oh my gosh, it was so hilarious because my dad was so worried about me. He kept re-explaining what I should do when I get to what terminal, who I should talk to, why I should talk to them, only talk to people in uniform. And my mom, you know, my mom is the chill one. She was quite chill, but my dad was like, you know what I mean. So yeah, anyway, the flight here was okay, I guess. I think the moment I realized that I was leaving my country was when I got off of the plane in London. Now, the reason I say that is because, first of all, how I'm speaking, no one else around me speaks like that anymore. I just felt really out of place. I really felt out of place. And it was a pretty scary experience because I don't know if any of you guys have ever been to that airport in London Heathrow, but it is a rush. Everyone is rushing to go somewhere. You know, there's announcements, there's long lines, it's just chaos. It's just chaos. So, yeah, I think that was the moment I realized that, okay, I'm actually leaving my country for the first time, and I'm 18. And I moved when I was 18. And I'm 18, and I don't have any friends. I don't have any family. What am I doing with my life? That was when that was going through my mind. So, I get to Chicago now, let me just tell you, the flight was delayed, right? British Airways, thanks. No thanks, but thanks. The flight was delayed, so when I landed in Chicago, my connecting flight had already left. And I'm in the US now. At least I'm there, guys. At least like I'm somewhere. I'm in America now. But
I'm in Chicago.
now, guys, I left South Africa in like it was a gray tights and a gray top, like up to here, right? It was like really nice and comfortable. Listen, when you are going to Chicago in January, apparently there's snow. Apparently there's snow at that time of the year. I didn't know about this. No one cared to tell me that there was snow in Chicago in January. So when I left that when I got out of that plane, listen, I got out of that plane, I was like, why is this plane engine so cold? Is there ice? Are they cooling down the engine? Because when I got outside, guys, I've never experienced or I've never seen snow in my life. I'm traumatized. But I got off the plane and they were giving out envelopes to people. Now I was like thinking, okay, my name needs to be here somewhere because I missed my flight now, obviously, and I'm not freaking out yet. I'm just like, okay, I can hear people are, you know, being called or whatever. They've been giving given envelopes. So I'm chilling waiting to hear my name or to see my name on the board. Guys, no name, dololo name. My name wasn't being called out. So I'm like, I don't know where I thought I was going to, but I just left the area. I think I was looking for like those signs, the British Airways sign, because I needed to ask them what was happening. Obviously, they had my information, I had my itinerary, everything was gonna be good. Because British Airways messed up, the line is from here to Neverland. I don't have a phone on me because, I mean, well, I do have a phone, but like, there's no service. So I don't have a phone. I had money, but I only had enough money to eat. But even if I did have money, I had American coins, I had quarters, I had pennies, I had dimes. And that time I was like, okay, what's this? So I'm at the line now. And I'm just waiting to get to the front, obviously, because I need to know where I'm going. Because I'm in Chicago now. Like I can't go back, I can't go forward. I'm in Chicago. As I'm waiting in the line, I see this guy. This guy, I'm gonna call him John because I don't know who he is. I don't know what his name is. He's going around with envelopes in his hand, and I catch a glimpse of my surname, Miti. And I'm like, excuse me, does that say Ayanda? And he's like, so I'm like, can I please see the envelope? So he gives me the envelope, and I'm like, this is me. This is me. Whatever this is how I'm getting to San Francisco. So I open the envelope and I see we have booked you a hotel room at Sheraton Hotel. Now I'm like, okay, that's all good. They booked me another plane for the next day. They booked me a hotel room at Sheraton in Chicago, wherever I was. But now I have 3 big bags. I have money I don't know how to read. Cents, whatever, like it looks like Monopoly money. You know what I mean. I'm in the airport.
I don't know where I am. I don't know where Sheraton Hotel is. I don't know how I'm gonna get there. I'm freezing my toes off because it's minus however much degrees it was.
And now I'm panicking. Now I'm like, okay, I need to find a way to call my mother. So there was this really nice family, God bless their souls, who borrowed me their phone. And I called my mother. And my mom is like,
Anna! So I'm like, hi, I'm in Chicago. She's like, what? Chicago? What?
It means what? Like, what? You're in Chicago? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, they booked me a hotel room.
And I probably shouldn't have started with that sentence because that sounds really sketchy. So she was just going off. She was like, so I could hear the panic in her voice, although she didn't want to panic because maybe she thought if she panics, then I would panic. But that wasn't the case. I was I was already panicked. So anyway, I asked one of the security guard people there where this hotel is, because how am I gonna get there? So he told me, nah, there's a shuttle that goes from the airport to the hotel. So I was like, okay, great. I don't know if you guys know what Sheraton Hotel is, but Sheraton hooks you up for real. Sheraton hooks you up. So yeah, I spent the night there at the Sheraton Hotel, and then in the morning I had to book a cab at like 5 a.m. because I didn't want to miss another flight, because if I missed another flight, it was going to be over for me. I told the hotel people, the welcome desk downstairs, to call the cab services and to book me a hotel. So I booked my hotel, everything was fine, I was on time, I went through security gates just fine. I was like, thank the Lord.
Thank the Lord. Thank you, God, for this day you have made.
Then I finally landed in
San Francisco.
the first thing that kind of hit me, like that hit my soul, that I didn't really notice the night I was going to Sheraton because I was too like panicked. So I wasn't really paying attention to anything around me. But when I landed in San Francisco, I was like, okay, I'm definitely here because people are driving on the wrong side of the road. People are driving on the wrong side of the road. And also, like, we were driving on the highway and I was like, oh my gosh, is that a Porsche? Oh my gosh, is that an Aston Martin? Oh my gosh. The people around me were like, yeah. Like, it's a normal thing here. I feel like in South Africa, if we see an I-8, we'd be like, yo, I-8, nemali lo, you have money. Here, it's like, okay. I didn't know that this was like the richest city in America. I didn't know that. So me, I'm shook. I'm shook every time I see something that costs more than the average amount of money, because we don't have money. We don't have money. So let me not speak for us all. I don't have money. I don't have money. So I guess I wasn't that homesick for most of the time that I was here, because like there's so many similarities. The only differences I would say that kind of annoy me is that all the houses are made from wood, or most of them are made from wood, and the designs of the houses are pretty weird. If you guys are like from Cape Town, if you're watching me and you're from Cape Town, you know the area up, like the houses, like train houses. That's how most of the houses are here, in areas where people can actually afford to live. So there's no spaces between the houses, which was pretty weird for me, because I'm like, where's the yard? Where's the garage? Yeah, so I guess the architecture in the residential areas are pretty weird to me. But most of the other things, like the city life, the nightlife is pretty active. The buildings in the city, just like Cape Town, some are tall, some are not tall. But although Cape Town is very diverse in culture, San Francisco is very, very, very diverse. I literally feel like when I go to downtown, I literally feel like I'm I'm at the center of the world. Like everyone is crossing, like there's a little bit of China there, there's a little bit of the Philippines there, there's a little bit of Jamaica, there's a little bit of Nigeria, there's a little bit of Ghana. Like there's people from everywhere, and just hearing the dialect and just hearing people's conversations, I think it's really fascinating, because although we are very rich in culture, Cape Town, I think we're the richest in our own culture, African culture. Whereas over here, it's all around the world, which I think is pretty cool. It opens your mind a lot. It keeps you open-minded. It's yeah, man, you learn a lot in places that you're not used to, I guess. But one thing I don't like about San Francisco is that it's not pedestrian friendly. Like it's not easy to go around by foot. In Cape Town, my city, okay, not really the taxis, because taxi violence, but my point is it's very easy to it's very easy to get around on foot. But over here you kind of need a car. Uber is my way to go. If I really don't have money for Uber, like I'll take a bus, but bus struggles are real. Like you will wait a whole hour. Weekends are worse. So I prefer to take Uber or just to ask a friend to take me around because I don't have a car. People here can't drive, they're crazy. No, I'm joking. But yeah, that reminds me, I'm actually trying to get my driver's license over here. But anyway, I think I should just talk more about what is a norm here and what's not a norm where I'm from. So let's start with norms in the US. Ooh, calling adults by their names. I'm still not used to that. Like, it feels a little bit okay when I do it, but I prefer not to because it just feels so strange. Like, it's so out of what I've learned. It's out of what I grew up with. So calling adults by their names, it's like over here, people call their professors by their names, and I'm like,
Rude.
but here it's like, oh hey, and I'm like, yeah, must be nice. Oh, and also, everyone has a car. I don't know if it's me. I don't know if I'm just stereotyping, but a lot of people have cars. Like, obviously because you can get your driver's license when you're 16 over here, but I didn't expect people to actually have so many cars. I thought that was only in the movies. Speaking of only in the movies, a lot of things I see here only happens in movies. Only happens in movies in my life. So a lot of my experiences are movie moments to me. What else is a norm here that I'm not used to? Oh, I think this is around the world, and I think it depends on how you grew up or your family. But here, drinking with your family is okay. Like having a dopey, having like a shot, or having a whole glass, or having a whole bottle with your mom or with your parents and your friends is normal. Now, I don't know if your guys' families do that, but my family, they see me with a bottle in my hand. That bottle is going here by my mother. No, we don't do that. So yeah, that's pretty weird to me. Also, people are very open. When I mean open, or when I say open, I mean that it's very accepting here. A lot of things are normal here. Like, for example, different kind of sexualities. No one looks at you funny if you're a certain kind of, if you identify with a certain sexuality. Whatever kind of personality you have, whatever kind of, business you're pushing, doesn't matter whatever you dress like, whatever, no one looks at you funny, let me say. If you're on your own vibe, and if you're doing something a little bit out of the ordinary, but I mean, it's your hustle, no one looks at you funny. And I really, really, really like that because, I mean, it gives me the opportunity to explore with my look, with my style, without feeling like I'm gonna get judged when I walk outside of the door, So that's a very big plus here that we don't have in South Africa, in my experience. What else? Also, another thing that's kind of annoying that I've noticed from people is that, from my experience, don't bash me in the comments, but from my experience, Americans that live here where I am, they're very, ignorant too, but more closed off than ignorant. There's a lot of things that they're fascinated by or that they're amazed by that I'm like, of course, we have more than 2 languages in my country, or of course we have different words for different things. Like, they're really amazed. Like, when I speak, I still struggle to use their lingo and to stray away from mine. I say things like, oh yeah, and like, yo, or I say ha, and people are like, what does that mean? What are you saying? Oh my gosh, the 2 biggest ones where people are like, oh my god, what do you mean, was when I say the robot just turned green, or the robot, the traffic light, and also when I say washing, like laundry, my washing. People are like, washing? What? So you say that you wash your washing? And I'm like,
Yeah, you wash your washing.
I don't know, they just can't wrap their heads around anything that's different from the US, which is sometimes pretty entertaining to me, but sometimes it's annoying because it's like, ugh, get over it already. But I mean, I can't blame them. The education system doesn't really expand, to the outside world unless that class you're taking has to do with things that are outside of the US. But what else can I say about living here? The people are really, I think this is everywhere though. People are either really nice or really mean. But mostly, in my experience, people are nice. People are inviting, they're understanding, they are very open to new things and to new ideas, and yeah, they're just very accepting. They're just very accepting. For me, I don't know if I like it yet or if I don't like it because I've only been here for like, this is the 9th month now, and I've been so busy with school, and I just got a job recently, and I'm still trying to get used to being here because it hasn't been a year yet. It's almost a year, but it hasn't been a year yet, so I haven't really been able to do much or see much or explore much because I'm a college student. I'm an international college student. There's so many things that I take part in. There's so many things that I do at school. It's so difficult for an international student to be seen in the US because there's a lot of like, I feel that although they are international students, they still give the pedestal to Americans. I mean, I feel like it's like that anyway and everywhere. People, put the spotlight on their country, on the people from their country first. And it's really difficult for an international student to have time to have a life, basically. I mean, as a college student, it's already difficult, but for an international student, there's so many things we have to do and take part in just to be seen, So I can't say that I like it or I don't like it. I don't feel like I've done enough or I've done much to decide whether, oh my gosh, I love it here, or oh my gosh, when am I going home? But I do go home. I'm gonna go home twice a year, it seems. It's just that next year, December, I probably won't be going home because I'm graduating. Yeah, I'm graduating next year, but I think on a regular basis, I'm probably gonna go home twice a year. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about here except for there's a lot of opportunity when you come here. You get exposed to so much. I live right by the Silicon Valley, where Google is. I live near YouTube. It's just really amazing. I'm getting so much exposure. I'm growing so much mentally, psychologically, emotionally. I'm learning a lot, and I'm just taking everything in, and I am just doing everything one step at a time. It's still really overwhelming being here. I get really, really, really homesick a lot. Although I might be in denial about it at the time, but when I look back on those, really dark moments, I realized that yeah, I was homesick. So school days are school days, whether you like it or not. So also the money, it's super expensive already to live here. It is so expensive to live here, but that obviously affects how much I go home, especially because South Africa is like in the dumps when it comes to its economy, which is really sad, but it is what it is. So yeah, I get homesick quite a lot, but overall I'm able to keep myself busy with a lot of productive things, and I'm really building my social network over here, which is great, and I'm learning a lot and I'm seeing a lot, and I'm so grateful for having the opportunity to be here because not everyone gets this opportunity, especially with me, because like everything is paid for except for living expenses. So my tuition, I don't have to worry about any of that, books, stationery, and I have a lot of supportive people from, the learning communities that I'm in at school. They're really, really, really supportive financially, emotionally, any kind of Lee you can think of. Every time I get so sad about not being back home anymore, I just think about everything that's going for me now, and I just think, do you rather want to, go through this and learn from it and grow from it and learn how to work around it, or do you rather want to be back home where you wouldn't have seen or learned any of the things that you've learned now? I think that's what keeps me going. And also the support from my parents and my family and my friends back home. So yeah, I'm really enjoying my journey. There's a lot of downs, but there's a lot of ups too. So it's exciting. And I think something new I discovered about myself from moving here is that I'm not a static person. I'm not static. I'm a rolling stone. I don't even think I'm gonna do my post-grad like in California. I'm probably gonna transfer. I want to see so much. Now that I've been given a glimpse or a taste of the rest of the world, now I'm just hungry, so hungry to see what else there is out there. And I'm so grateful for that, because I would not have gotten that feeling or that glimpse if I didn't come here. So yeah, it's a challenge moving to another country on your own without your parents or your family or your friends. But if you're thinking of doing it, if you're thinking of going international, do you. Do you. Do it, do it, do it. I'm doing it. I'm just fine. Of course there's struggles, but that's life. You're always going to have struggles. So if you're thinking of also maybe moving to Cali or wherever you want to go, just do it. Do it. You will not regret it at all. So that's it from me today. Thanks for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Which side is it? I think it's down here. Click that subscribe button down below. Also, comment if you really like this video. Comment if you have any suggestions for other videos. Like and share with your friends. Okay, so for my next video, I did order stuff from Wish because I wanted to do a Wish review. But I don't know if I'm going to get everything, so the next video is probably going to be, I want to do a get ready with me. Either a get ready with me, a mukbang, or a makeup tutorial. I think it's time to start with the makeup. You think it's time? If you think it's time to start with the makeup, tell me in the comment section. Okay guys, so I'm going to go now because your girl has homework. Your girl is writing an exam this week and next week and the following week. So also, thank you so much to those of you who subscribed and who are watching my videos. I just started and man, I'm so scared I'm scared of the unknown. I don't know how this is gonna go. I don't know where this is gonna go. But thank you so much for those of you who are supporting me and my friends who are sharing my videos. I really, really, really appreciate it, and I'm so excited to do more videos for you guys. Okay, see you guys later. Bye.